Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are not new here. Wow, I've never said it that way around before. I just kind of got a bit carried away. For today's video I am doing a shell challenge, hence you did not get to see me build the shell, you just kind of got to see the shell and me dividing it up into rooms. This is Bunsimie shell challenge for September 2021, in which the main part of the challenge is basically to use the base game and whichever pack is your least favorite. So it can be your least favorite expansion, stuff pack, game pack. I think she gave permission for somebody to use their least favorite stuff pack and their least favorite expansion. But it was basically like, however you want to do it, you go ahead and do it, you know. So for this one I chose to use Movie Hangout stuff because I just do not build with that one enough. It was either your least favorite or the one that you build with the least, the one that you use the least. And I have to say, I do feel like I use my little pet stuff quite a lot. Like every time there is pets in the game, I'll be using like a bed or a dish from there or something like that, you know. So I felt like that's one that a lot of people are gonna expect. What's one of my least? And then I thought toddlers, maybe. Oops, probably should have done that, but I didn't. I did Movie Hangout stuff. So yeah, I had to restart this about 3 different times because when I started it, I was like, I'm gonna go for like a colourful vibe, you know, because of like all the colourful seats and sofas and stuff that we got in that pack. Yeah, no, it just didn't work. It just wasn't looking good. I got bored of it eventually, and I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna go with a modern one. I'm just gonna make it look modern, clean, neat, nice, and not very colourful at all. There's only like one room that has basically any colour in it in the end. But yeah, I mean, I think it came out looking okay. It's not my favourite build, it's not one that I'm particularly proud of, but it was a shell challenge, so you know, I'm not always great at them. Regardless, if you want to participate in this, it is on until the 26th. If you have already participated, let me know, and if not, there will be not links, but her gallery name will be down in the description box below if you want to have a little look at the shell challenge. You can see it here, you've had a look, but if you want to attempt it yourself, that's where it's going to be. Yeah, almost every room ended up being like the exact same color in this build. I don't even know why. Okay, it just happened. It just happened. I thought, let's make it nice and neat and cohesive, this little modern. I don't even know why. And then the sofa's like quite classic, you see? So yeah, I'm not really sure what vibe of this I was going for, but yeah, I mean, I went for it and it happened, and it doesn't look that bad actually. Oh, I was gonna tell you about the podcast that I was listening to, which I mentioned in the last video, the one about the rugs, like start with the rug. And it was helpful. It was helpful. There were some good tips in it, which I might use some of them and make like little videos, because I listened to some of the others and they were like how to choose which color like wallpaper is perfect for you, how to choose your flooring, things like that. So I might make some like really short videos or maybe some YouTube shorts and share those tips with you there, because I feel like condensing them into a much shorter amount of content than I would say a podcast actually is might be quite helpful. That being said, I did check out their Instagram because they talked about it a lot. Because the way that they were speaking made me think like, wow, these people sound like they're really not stuck up. I don't want to say the word stuck up, but they didn't sound very like inclusive to people on a lower budget, or like they're very tolerant of people's ideas and, you know, thoughts and feelings about design, other than they said something about like, so they were talking about wall colors on this one podcast, and they said like that they'd had somebody comment on one of their things, like they get people commenting on their Instagram all the time about how they had their neighbor look at it, and they'd sort of said that it wasn't right or whatever, but they really loved it, and they basically responded to that person in the podcast by saying, oh, well, like, you know, let's see what your neighbor has studied and then we'll talk. And I'm like, you don't have to study. With it being a creative subject, like, yeah, I get there's like color theory and things like that to consider, and like the different history of interior design and different styles and what have you. But we're getting to a point now where we're not coming out with new designs. We're combining old designs. You know, so as much as that still, as helpful as the degree in that is still going to be, sorry, in interior design is still going to be, I feel like it's just not, I don't know how to explain it. It's just not a thing you say, is it? It's just not a thing you say like, oh, see what they've studied and then we'll talk. Their designs on Instagram, I had a little look at them because I was thinking like, wow, their designs must be pretty bloody good if they're talking like this. They weren't really my style. Let's just put it that way. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear that, but I think there's a helicopter outside. Wow, that's loud. Is it an aeroplane? I might have to go and check. Not that I'll be able to see out of this tiny little window, but yeah. Anyways, the podcast that I was listening to on another episode, she was talking about, no, actually maybe it was the same one, Colours of Walls. Maybe they were having a bad day that day, but yeah, they were talking about wall colorings and said about people having white walls. They said sometimes it can look a little bit clinical, like you're in an insane asylum. She said, I feel like I'm on like a psych ward, like your walls look like they're padded. And then she went on, like, sometimes I feel like I'm in IKEA, no offense. And then the other one was like, oh, offend them, Sue. Like, is that implying that there's something wrong with IKEA? Because I love IKEA. Okay, your average person loves IKEA. Your stuck-up hoity-toity blonde middle-aged woman does not. See, this is the thing. I'm not exactly liking them. I feel like they're the interior design version of Girl Defined. They just think they're better than everybody else. They were talking about like the different types of rugs and everything, and they were like, oh, but I don't like these ones because they look cheap. And I'm like, sis, calm down, okay? Chill out. But yeah, I mean, they gave some good tips, so I'm gonna put it to you in a more friendly way, you know, not as an IKEA hater. Let me just say that. I'm not hating on IKEA, but like, come on. Yeah, it kind of put me off a little bit. It made me not want to listen to anymore. But I'm gonna listen to the rest of them just to try and get some tips and maybe share it with you guys, either on here on like a shorts video, which I probably will do, or on Instagram. I'm leaning more towards shorts, but if you want it as like an Insta post or something, do let me know. I just feel like giving you a visual representation of it might be a little bit easier to explain how these things are actually working, because it's educational, don't get me wrong, it's very helpful, but I just kind of feel like, yeah, it's a bit I don't know how to explain. I feel like their style of design, they're not talking about it in like a universal style, you know, they're not talking about it like, oh, you can use it for like 70s style. No. They're talking about it for like nowadays contemporary cozy home style, which isn't always that helpful. But I mean, I'll get some good tips from there, share them with you, and then probably move on to another podcast or like some other videos that I find from here. Here being YouTube, sorry. And just kind of see what I have to share with you, because I feel like as builders, we generally, like a lot of builders do have studied interior design or something. I haven't, yet here I am building stuff badly, I have to say. This is like my least favorite room. It looks so depressing. I wish I could have given it more vibrant walls, but then it would have been the only room in the house that had painted walls, and I'm just like, yeah, maybe shouldn't have done that. I am working on some slightly better things. I have some things in my head that are going to be in the works soon. I say soon, I don't know when, but yeah, soon. So we'll see what happens there. Some of them are pretty big, so I might have to split them up into like different episodes, but yeah, we'll just see what happens. Oh, and this gallery art, I used gallery art in 2 of my rooms, this one and the other bedroom, and like I say, it's from the gallery. I don't think the creator is the original creator of the artwork. They're not the artists themselves. They just kind of shared it there. But the artwork is by, let me see, Lynn Zero, spell LINNE0, and that will be in the description box below. I will put you their gallery ID just in case you want to use a couple of these pictures yourself. I thought they were really cute, hence I use them in here. I love using gallery art. I think it just levels up your... I mean, this does not look like it's base game, or not base game, but base game and 1 pack. It doesn't look like that. The room, I mean, and the other room. The rest of it, yeah, it can pass as base game and 1 pack, but that bit, no sir. And that was basically the inside of the house. This part here, I just do the outside. I really didn't know what to do for the garden. I felt so lost. I was like, what can I do? I just kind of went a bit crazy and did the entire, not the entire lot, but the entire garden just completely full of plants. So you'll see that I basically had absolutely no chill with these plants, and from here on out it's just a video of me putting plants in place. Which, wait, no, don't click off, because that does sound very boring. That being said, we do add some more. There's a surprise in the back. It's a pool, not a surprise. Also, what is this helicopter doing? If you can hear it, I sincerely apologise. If you can't, it's so loud I can barely even think. A little bit concerning. Is it a police helicopter? We will never know. Do they have police helicopters in South Korea? That's a question. They have police buses. I know that much. They have police buses. Which is a weird concept, isn't it, really? Like, if you think about it. Like, you'll just be like walking down the street somewhere. I had it one time. I was going to the river with my friend, like just for a little walk along a pretty little river somewhere. And there was this bus pulled up nearby, and literally just like hordes of policemen started getting off this bus. I'm not kidding you. It was like an entire police force. And I'm like, why are you not out there solving crime, doing policey things? Maybe they were just training. I'm not entirely sure. Don't really know what they were doing. But then again, the crime rate in South Korea is like really low. It's like really low. So it's not like it's going to be a difficult job for them. It's really not. I don't think it is. Oh my god, I missed a patch. I'm looking at this now and I'm like, there is space for a small, what's it called? A small plant in that gap just over there. Never mind. It's fine. Maybe there was one and it got dug up by a cat. I don't know. But yeah, I only went for a small pool in the end because I just thought something that's a bit of a different shape, something that's a little bit, you know, tucked out the way. I didn't want to put too much effort in it because, like I said, it's not something that it was just a shell challenge. It was just something to do. That's all. Just something to do. I have a few ideas for things that I will be building soon, so I'm gonna go... Have you seen the trend that's been happening recently with, like, the beehive shape? They're like little hexagons. Well, they're not. They're square rooms, obviously, but they look like little hexagons because it's like a dollhouse. And I did consider building one of those in like Mount Komorebi and having it all glass on the front, so it still looks like a dollhouse. But like, what do you think? What do you think? Because I'm very tempted indeed. So there's that. Also a Korean street, as I said on Instagram, I might build pretty much a street that I live on, not the exact one, but inspired by that, like a little Korean street. I might build that. And then I'm so tempted by doing like another like an industrial build again. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm thinking of doing, there is a challenge at the minute that's like a little alleyway. I'm thinking of doing like almost like a tropical country, or like a hot country, maybe like Italy or Spain. I haven't really decided yet, but somewhere like that, because I said tomorrow's when I was talking about this video, but like tomorrow's. This was the day after. I'm so sorry. I made you wait like a whole extra 24 hours. It's fine. Nobody watches my videos. But I do have yeah, I do have a challenge, not my challenge, but one that I want to do that's like that. Tomorrow's video is like a little tropical girl. She's looking pretty cute. I'm only half finished with her as I'm recording this, but she's looking pretty cute, and that should be up tomorrow. And then the day after should be, or the day after that, I'm not really sure, should be the speed build out the alleyway, which I'm going to get her like posing on. So that will be fun. Yeah, this shell challenge, I think I could have done a lot better if I didn't make the Sims that lived in it. Just a thought. If I hadn't already made the family, I think I could have done a bit of a better job. But, I mean, we'll see. And I think that was pretty much all the plants that I needed to add. Then I go on to like sort the pool out, make it look pretty and everything, and then add some furniture in the back garden. Yeah, we get like a little picnic table. They did not fit there. I don't know why I put them there. I was like, yeah, it's not gonna fit, not gonna fit. And that's essentially it. So I'll leave you with these pretty pictures of the interior. Do enjoy. I will love you and leave you, and I will see you tomorrow or the day after or whenever. I don't really know. Bye.